What's up, everybody? I'm Duncan Deep. I'm in a dressing gown, and today I'm taking a relaxed attempt. No, I'm taking a good attempt at climbing the online rated Battlespot ladder. We're going to be doing this with the VGC team that I took to the London International Championships. This is a team I built myself with Jamie Keane, then help from Wolfie Glick, then help from Jamie Boyd. You can see the team report on my channel. Go back and check it. I might link it down below if I remember. It's a very, very good team. It worked really, really well for me. I got to get 15th or 14th in the mid-season showdown on day 2. And day 1, it performed really, really well for me. And I would have actually made day 2 of the International Championships if I had known that midday Lycan Rock gets Sand Rush. So it isn't the team that let me down. It was my lack of knowledge and my misplay that let me down and cost me day 2 of the International Championships. So hopefully the team will perform as well today as it did then. And we'll get some good runs into this ladder. So let's go and find a battle. And I'll be back with you when we find our first battle. Hey, all right, we've got our first opponent. It's a Japanese name that I do not know. And they are running Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Aerodactyl, Porygon, Kartana, and, ooh, the bug. Araquanid is a scary Pokemon for my team. Right, so I am going to need Tapu Koko, I think, in order to deal with Araquanid. I don't really have any other way through that monster. Garchomp is always a very scary lead against my team. Kartana is equally terrifying. I really think Gengar Tapu Koko as a fast offensive lead, because if they do lead Garchomp, they won't expect me to be able to knock them out. And then I can Hidden Power Ice with Gengar and Dazzling Gleam with Koko. The only issue is that their Koko will outspeed my Koko. I do want Mudsdale in the back. Do I want Mudsdale in the back? I don't think I want Mudsdale in the back. I think I want Bulu Kartana in the back. So we're gonna go Koko. Yeah, Koko, Gengar, Bulu Kartana. I think that's gonna be... This is a very tricky matchup. Like, 3 of the biggest threats to my team are here. They've got Tapu Koko, they've got Aerodactyl, and they've got Garchomp. And that is my doorbell interrupting this, which is just a pain in my ass. Alright, I don't have a pose on this file. This is a different 3DS. This is an unhacked 3DS that I use for actual VGC, because I don't use hacked mons or anything in VGC. These are all legit mons that have been caught, bred, and trained. Anyway, here we go. Right, I am going to lead Gengar, Tapu Koko. Hopefully we see a Garchomp lead, because that could be really good. Aerodactyl, Kartana. Alright, that could be better, but it could also be worse. Shadow Ball will knock out a lot of Kartana variants. I don't know what Aerodactyl tends to run. I'm kind of tempted to protect Koko from a potential Z move from Aerodactyl. I am going to Shadow Ball into Kartana, and I think I'm going to Volt Switch, actually. I'm going to... I think I'm going to Volt Switch into Kartana just in case it's sashed. I think that is my best play. If he protects Kartana, it could be really, really bad news. He's going to use Rock Slide, so he is going for the flinch. Which is... It's a respectable tactic, I guess. I'm going to Volt Switch out, and it is going to connect with this Kartana. It's going to do huge damage. That is well within Shadow Ball range, no matter what. So I should be able to pick up a KO on this Kartana now. If Gengar doesn't flinch. So we are praying that Gengar doesn't flinch. I'm going to go into Tapu Bulu because healing is nice. And I'm not too worried about Aerodactyl knocking out Tapu Bulu. And that Rock Slide didn't do much to my Gengar. So if he does decide to go for a Rock Slide again, it won't be too much of an issue. So long as I can... Yes! No flinch! We'll get through, and we will knock out this Kartana with Shadow Ball. It does mean that he gets a free switch here, which could actually be really, really good for his positioning. This is a very tricky matchup. This is a very, very tricky matchup. It's actually harder than any of the matchups I saw at the International Championships, barring Double Duck, which I really struggle against. And Double Duck is a very, very good team that I struggle against quite significantly. I do want to build a Double Duck variant for myself. And there is that Garchomp. Okay, so here's the thing. Poison Jab does not knock out my Tapu Bulu, but Poison Jab plus a Rock Slide will. Do we predict the Aerodactyl, though, to attack into Gengar, to finish off Gengar, to prevent Gengar from Hidden Power Icing into the Chomp, and then a Poison Jab? I think Aerodactyl's going to attack Gengar, and we're going to get a Poison Jab into Chomp, from Chomp. I'm actually going to protect Gengar, and I'm going to go for a Wood Hammer into the Garchomp, because if he is not Life Orb, I will live a Poison Jab, and I will be able to knock him out. And that's assuming he doesn't go for the Rock Slide here. If he goes for the Rock Slide here, I could be in a lot of trouble. Skydrop Oh, Tapu Bulu got sky dropped. Excuse me? And Swords Dance on the Chomp. This is bad. This is very bad. Okay, I didn't expect that at all. And definitely have cost me a lot of damage here. I'm going to lose something. I am going to Hidden Power Ice into the Garchomp and hope that Bulu lives and manages to get off a Horn Leech onto the Garchomp as well, because that will knock it out. But Hidden Power Ice will do a huge amount of damage to this Garchomp. Sky Drop is going to do a huge amount to Bulu. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. All right. We are going to be able to get off a Hidden Power Ice onto the Garchomp, though, which is going to do really big damage here. And then if he decides to finish off Bulu, okay. That's fair enough. Bulu was a big threat to his team. But that Hidden Power Ice has put us in a place now where we can go back into Koko and have Koko Gunga out. And we can just Dazzling Gleam here and focus on Aerodactyl. Do we want to go Kartana, though? They're both physical attackers. He does have Fire Fang, but Sky Drop doesn't knock out Kartana. I think we go Kartana here and hope we don't flinch. But I think this allows us to double into the Garchomp quite effectively, because Kartana is outsped by Gengar. So if Gengar doesn't flinch, then we will finish off the Garchomp, and then we can Leaf Blade into the Aerodactyl. Do I want to Bloom Doom here? I think I want to Bloom Doom here. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to Bloom Doom into the Garchomp just in case Gengar flinches. Garchomp is by far the bigger threat to my team right now. Aerodactyl is Sky Dropping things and bringing them out of the play. But, oh, okay. So we are doubling into the Garchomp, but we should be able to finish it off with a Bloom Doom here. So Bloom Doom should knock it out, which is really good that we went for the Bloom Doom, because if we hadn't gone for the Bloom Doom, it wouldn't have gone through Protect, obviously, and then we'd have had to deal with this Garchomp in Tailwind. But we are going to be able to get a Bloom Doom off here onto the Garchomp slot, which hopefully should knock it out. We are in grassy terrain. We are a goddamn Kartana, and Bloom Doom is immensely powerful. So hopefully this is enough to knock out this Garchomp here and pick us up a one Pokemon lead, although the Tailwind is really bad for our positioning. Is it enough to pick up the KO? Yes! Alright, that is a good turn. It would have been an even better turn if I had gone for the Hidden Power Ice or the Sludge Bomb or something onto the Aerodactyl. But we do get a Beast Boost for Kartana as well, which is really good news. I am in a good space here. We are in a good space here. I think, honestly, this is as good as this matchup could have gone. The Tailwind is a problem. Araquanid. Okay, Araquanid is so very slow that we are going to be able to pull off a Leaf Blade onto the Araquanid. I think Araquanid is going to try and kill Gengar. I really want to protect the Gengar slot here. But what if he Sky Drops Kartana? That could be really bad. Let's go for a double protect to stall out a Tailwind turn and see who he's targeting with this Sky Drop. It also gives another turn of healing on the Gengar, which is nice. And it also means if he does go for his Araquanid Z-move Nuke, we are going to be able to live it, possibly, with both of our Mons. Rock Slide was his play. Okay, so he is going for the flinch. That is absolutely fine. And a Liquidation into the Kartana slot. He really wants this Kartana gone. That makes a lot of sense with the Beast Boost that it has. And the grass is going to disappear, which is a shame. It does reduce the damage that we could do to that thing. If I'd gone straight for the attack, maybe we'd have been in a better situation. I think Hidden Power Ice actually does less than Sludge Bomb on Aerodactyl. Sludge Bomb 90 plus Stab, that's 45. Yes, that does do more. Sludge Bomb will do more to Aerodactyl. Oh no, Aerodactyl resists Sludge Bomb because it's Rock type. Shadow Ball though, 80 plus 40, 120. It's the same damage as Hidden Power Ice. No, it's not. What am I talking about? I'm an idiot. I think we're just going to Hidden Power Ice the Aerodactyl, and we're going to Leaf Blade into the Araquanid. And he's going to go for the Sky Drop with a Kartana. Oh, this is a very bad turn, because that means he's liquidated into my Gengar. And that is going to probably kill my Gengar. Almost certainly, yes. And Curse Body comes through for us. Curse Body, great ability. Brilliant ability. Best ability, Curse Body. Best ability. Alright, so we are going to Leaf Blade into the Araquanid, and we are going to Volt Switch into the Aerodactyl slot. Or do we risk the Thunder? I don't think Volt Switch kills Aerodactyl, you see. I think we may have to risk the Thunder Miss. I think we have to Thunder into the Aerodactyl slot. Obviously, Thunder hits him in the sky, if only he was still in the sky. But I think that is our play. That is the play. So we'll see the Aerodactyl Skydrop here. If this Thunder connects, we are in a very, very good space. If this Thunder connects, we are in a very, very good space. Thunder, and it missed! Oh, that is heartbreaking. Leaf Blade isn't going to take out the Araquanid, and it is going to get to eat its berry, and that is probably going to be game for us, unfortunately. Toxic, and it missed. Okay, and the Tailwind ran out. Okay. I think we are going to Thunder into the Aerodactyl slot, and we are going to Leaf Blade into the Araquanid slot, because then if Aerodactyl does go for Skydrop, it is going to get hit by the Thunder if it doesn't take Tapu Bulu into the Tapu Koko into the sky. Araquanid used Wide Guard. That is fine. Absolutely fine. I didn't do anything that gets affected by Wide Guard. He is going to go for those flinches. That is his win con now. If he gets them, he gets them. Critical on Katana. And the Thunder comes out and does connect with the Aerodactyl. This should KO it. Obviously, I'm running Thunder because this team runs on Rain. He is Focus Sash Aerodactyl, so maybe Volt Switch would have been the better play last turn. But the paralysis comes through, and that is going to basically be game, because I'm going to be able to knock out the Araquanid here. Oh, never mind. I think I might have lost. That flinch might... Oh, no. I'm faster than the Aerodactyl now. So I just Volt Switch into the Aerodactyl and Leaf Blade into the Araquanid, and I'm fine. I forgot that I paralyzed the Aerodactyl. That paralysis came through, and he forfeits. Alright, so that is a great first game. Very, very close first game. There were hacks in both directions. Obviously, I had a couple of flinches. He had that unfortunate paralysis and that unfortunate Cursed Body. But that is part of the game, and it does happen. That is why Cursed Body is a good ability on Gengar, actually. It has saved me before, and it just saved me again. We're going to be looking for another battle now, guys. We're going to look for at least one more, and hopefully it goes well. Alright, our next opponent is Lorenzo from Italy with a rating of 1712, and he is using a very scary team. I recognize this team, though. Do you know what this team is? This is Wolfie Glick's VGC team for the London International. He has probably copied it from Wolfie's video that Wolfie did on his team report, so we know that that is Perish Song Politoed. We know it is Dragonium Z Salamence. We know that the Porygon is Eviolite, or I believe it's Eviolite. Yes, it is. We know that the Magnezone is Leftovers. The Bulu is Sub, so it's double Sub. I know that I have a good matchup against this team if I lead correctly, but if I lead wrong, I lose. So, one of the leads I have is Pelipper Tapu Koko, which beats a large number of his mons. But I think I like Gengar as a lead. And I like Pelipper Gengar, but I also like Koko Gengar. I definitely want either Pelipper or Koko. I definitely want both of them. I definitely want Mudsdale. I'm going to lead Mudsdale Gengar and put Pelipper Koko in the back, I think. I think that's my best lead. I'm not sure. I haven't had any matches against this Wolfie team, actually. Wolfie never got around to having our exhibition match at the International Championships because he obviously made day 2 and he did he made a very, very deep run on day 2 as well. He actually won 8 out of 8 of his last 8 battles in dominating fashion with this very, very scary team. And Muck and Salamence as a lead is fine. That's actually fine. I can HP Ice into the Salamence, and I can High Horsepower into the Muck, and neither of my mons particularly worry about this, and I am, of course, left Focus Sash on my Gengar and Assault Vest on my Mudsdale. This HP Ice does a lot, but does it kill? No. I could Rock Slide. Or I could switch in Pelipper for Mudsdale and keep Mudsdale safe. I don't think so. I think I High Horsepower. I think I go full offense this first turn. He's using Wolfie's team, which is very, very, very defensive. Tapu Bulu comes out. That's probably scared of the Earthquake into Muck. But HP Ice is going to do good damage to Tapu Bulu. And I know that this Tapu Bulu has Protect, but it also has Substitute, and I can't allow it to get a sub up. Muck is going to knock off into Gengar. That was obvious. That is going to hit me down to my Sash. And then I'm going to get a High Horsepower off onto this Muck. I'm going to protect Gengar this next turn and high horsepower Muck again. I do believe that he is going to go to try and knock out my... That Muck with that Figgy Berry is so difficult to deal with. I do think he's going to try and go for the KO and the protect on Tapu Bulu here. I think he's going to try and protect Tapu Bulu and KO into my Gengar. But just in case he doesn't protect Tapu Bulu, I'm going to protect Gengar, and I am actually going to Heavy Slam into the Bulu in case he predicts me and goes for the substitute. If he goes for the substitute here, Heavy Slam will break the sub so that Gengar can kill Bulu next turn with a Sludge Bomb, which would be really, really nice for me, obviously. So Gengar's going to protect. Are we going to see a protect out of Bulu here? No, we're not going to see a protect out of Bulu. We're going to see a Shadow Sneak there. Horn Leech onto Mudsdale. This could be really, really bad. 7 HP, and we are going to get the Heavy Slam off onto the Bulu, which is going to do a lot of very, very good damage. And Mudsdale's stamina activates. Doesn't really matter, but we will see a Heavy Slam for good damage off now on Tapu Bulu. Forgot that Muck runs Shadow Sneak, and that is going to be a 2-hit KO on Bulu. Muck with Shadow Sneak. Problem. Solution is... Well, my Pelipper is Scarfed, so I'm almost willing to let both my mons get knocked out here. And go Pelipper Koko. And then I can spam Hurricane and Thunder. But Salamence is in the back. I think I want to switch Pelipper in here on the Shadow Sneak. And then I think I'm going to let my horse die. But I am going to Heavy Slam into Bulu. For posterity's sake. Just in case he doubles into my Pelipper. So I need to keep Gengar alive. Obviously, it's very key for dealing with that Salamence. And Pelipper's Drizzle's going to activate. I will be able to knock out this Bulu with Pelipper if he doesn't knock it out this turn. If he doesn't predict this switch. But he is going to go for the Shadow Sneak again. So that isn't going to be able to knock me out, obviously. And the Horn Leech into my Mudsdale obviously is going to knock it out. And Tapu Bulu is in a very threatened position here now. Because he can't protect it with Muck. Muck is not capable of knocking out Pelipper. And I also have a Tapu Koko Thunder coming out onto the Muck slot this turn as well. Which should do a huge amount of damage but won't knock it out. I think I might be in a lot of trouble here though. I think I may be in a lot of trouble in this battle. I think I may have lost this, which is absolutely fine. I just need to learn to play this matchup better. I think I led poorly. Forgetting about a slight Bulu weakness with that lead. When Muck is able to knock off Gengar. I think my best play turn 1 was to protect Gengar and high horsepower into Muck, really. But it's too late for that. I am going to Thunder into the Muck slot. And Hurricane into the Bulu slot. And if he doesn't switch Bulu out... I mean, of course he's going to switch Bulu out. But Magnezone, that's a problem. That is a problem here. And Muck's going to protect. So we're going to get a Hurricane off on Magnezone, which will do some damage. Muck will protect. I think that is very, very bad news for us. If we get a confusion here, we could be okay. Flash Cannon into Koko is obvious. Flash Cannon into Koko is very obvious, but it doesn't knock him out, I don't think. I think I want a Hurricane and Thunder into Muck. I think I definitely want to KO this Muck here. Maybe Soak Thunder into the Bulu slot would have been my better play. In hindsight, Soak Thunder would have been my better play into the Bulu slot because that would have knocked out anything on his team. And since his Muck protected, I could then Soak Thunder into Muck this turn and then Soak Thunder into the Bulu again next turn. So definitely a misplay from me there, not using my gimmick. I worry about using my gimmick, obviously. And yes, okay, Hurricane will hit this Bulu, knock it out. That's going to be really nice. Thunder's going to do nothing to Magnezone, so he has won the terrain war here, which is a problem. But being able to knock Bulu out here is nice. That is nice. And then Thunder will hit Magnezone for very, very little damage. It's going to do... I should have protected Koko, maybe. But I couldn't know he was going to switch that slot into... Ooh, that did enough. Flash Cannon's going to do... Oh, substitute. This is bad news! That was a really good play by my opponent. That was a really safe play by my opponent, putting a substitute in. Because he knows that my Hurricane doesn't break it. This is very bad situation for me. Losing Mudsdale was very, very bad, and I shouldn't have ever let it take a Horn Leech. I need to adjust the way that I play. That has definitely been a misplay this game from me, and I will adjust the way that I play, and I will improve. As always, the aim is to improve. I feel like he may protect Muck this turn. I almost want to switch Pelipper out for Gengar. And then Volt Switch into the Magnezone. Yeah, I think I want to switch Pelipper for Gengar and Volt Switch into the Magnezone, so at least that I get my terrain up, because I'm really not appreciating the grassy terrain. No! Why would he protect Magnezone here? That's so bad for me. He's going to Poison Jab into Coco then. Oh, he double protected. Okay. That's actually okay. I can still Volt Switch into Magnezone this next turn, or I can Volt Switch into Muck for more damage, and I can protect Gengar and get one more turn of HP recovery for Gengar as well. Do I want to protect Gengar, though? Do I want Gengar to die as I Volt Switch out, and then I can go for the Soak Thunder combo? Is that my only win con? Is Soak Thunder... No, I need to break them. I think I have to protect Gengar here, because he's going to Shadow Sneak it. And Volt Switch into Magnezone to damage that sub. I need to get that sub gone. If the sub was gone, I could very safely do the Soak Thunder combo, and I'd be quite happy. But, with the sub in place, I'm struggling here. I'm really struggling. That sub from my opponent was a very, very, very good play. And I think if the sub wasn't in place, I would have a chance here with the Pelipper Soak Thunder combo. Because I do outspeed the whole of his team, and Soak Thunder does Oko the whole of his team. And he's Thunderbolting into the Gengar slot, which means he's probably Poison Jabbed into the Tapu Koko slot. Which means I could have used Gengar here to break the sub. I definitely need to soak the Magnezone this turn. And there's no doubt in my mind that the Magnezone needs to be soaked. Because then I can at least beat it with Tapu Koko. But then he'll just switch it out, in fairness. So I think this is game. I think this is very much game. Oh, that was a tough game, and I played it a little bit poorly, and I think that's why I lost. So there's the Shadow Sneak into Gengar, which is going to knock it out, obviously, and then the Thunderbolt will knock out the Pelipper, and then that will be game. Oh, Soak doesn't work on a substitute either. Yeah, that substitute play for my opponent was very, very bad for me. And I think the misplay turn was where I doubled into the Muck instead of Soak Thunder. I double attacked with Hurricane, and I think if I had predicted that switch and gone the Soak Thunder, I could have very much won this game. But that's what we do. We learn. We're learning VGC, and we have lost a game. I think we'll do one more. I think we have time for one more game in this video. We've been going for about 20 minutes, so hopefully we have time for one more game. We'll go for a Thunder into Muck, just to see how much damage it does, really. Wolfie's team is incredibly well constructed, and as I said, unless I lead correctly, I have a very, very tough time against it. So Thunder into Muck does a huge amount of damage, does a nice 70%. Thunderbolt, no Flash Cannon? He is going to Poison Jab, though, and that is going to be game. And there it is. Good game to my opponent. Wolfie's team incredibly scary. What do you expect from the world champion? We're going to get another game, guys. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than this one. Lorenzo doing very, very well there. Piloting that team incredibly well. Good game to my opponent. Let's see what happens next. Alright, our next opponent is Amaru from the United States in California. And hopefully this battle goes a bit better. He is running a very big 6-y team with Gigalith for sand, so that does scare me a little bit. Tapu Koko is always terrifying for my team. The Gastrodon is a problem, which is why I am probably going to use a Bulu Kartana combo of some sort here. I think Bulu Kartana is a very nice combo of some sort here. I definitely need Koko because I cannot beat Celesteela without it. Celesteela is a big problem. if I don't have Coco. I think Pelipper is great, but Mudsdale is also great here. So which of Bulu and Katana do I want to bring? Because I definitely want to bring... I think I actually want to lead Pelipper Coco. Because if he doesn't lead his Coco, Pelipper Coco... but then he does have Gastrodon. Okay. Arcanine's a problem. But not really if I've got Pelipper. Gastrodon's a problem. Bulu beats Gastrodon. Bulu beats Garchomp. Bulu walls Coco better than Kartana does. I think I want Bulu and Pelipper as a lead. And in the back, I want Coco. And the question is, do I want Mudsdale or do I want Kartana? Kartana's another answer to Celesteela. It's not a great one, but it works. Gengar doesn't really do anything here. I don't like Gengar here at all. I think I want Kartana over Mudsdale. I might really, really regret that. I'm going very, very offensive with this match. So let's see what happens. Alright, please, please let this be a good lead matchup. If he brings Gigalith, I'm in a lot of trouble. But I don't really see Gigalith being a good matchup against my team with the amount of grass that I have. Bulu Pelipper is a fine lead for me, though. I can also, of course, get the Soak combo off. Arcanine, Tapu Koko. Okay, this is actually really good. His Arcanine's going to be afraid of the rain. His Tapu Koko's going to want to kill the Pelipper. And I get my terrain up. And he's not going to be able to kill my Bulu with the Arcanine just because of the Pelipper being present. The Koko is faster than Scarf Pelipper. That is a big worry. And Intimidate is obviously going to go off, which is another worry. Grassy Surge here. What is he going to go for, though? Is he going to go for the single target electric move, or is he going to predict a Wide Guard, which is a very, very common move on Pelipper? This is a very 50-50 matchup. I like Woodhammer into Koko. I know that it will do huge damage. And I think I like switching. This is where you wish you'd brought Mudsdale, Duncan. Instead of Kartana. Mudsdale would be a perfect switch in on the Pelipper slot right now. More than perfect. Like, this would be just the dream, would be to switch Mudsdale in right now on this slot. I don't think he's going to discharge. I'm going to Scald into Arcanine and really regret it if he discharges. Thunderbolts. Oh, that is bad. Pelipper going down right away. Right away, Pelipper going down is bad. And obviously, Arcanine can still get big damage off with Flare Blitz. It's not going to be huge because of the rain and Bulu being relatively bulky, but it is going to be big damage. Hopefully, Woodhammer will pick up the KO on Koko here. Koko does not have the best physical defense in the universe. We're going to see it go down to a Sash. This is a really, really, really bad... Oh, not a Sash. Just living it because it lived. No other reason. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Bad turn. Bad turn. Okay, can we bring this back? Kartana is a bad switch in here. We want Koko to come in. And I think we want to Thunder Arcanine. I think we want to protect Bulu and Thunder Arcanine. Because I think Thundering Arcanine, he might protect Koko here. If we protect Bulu and we go Thunder into Arcanine slot, then Arcanine will be in a Dazzling Gleam range. It's tricky, it's tricky. Please don't protect Arcanine. Please don't protect Arcanine. Dazzling Gleam here. Gonna do huge damage here. That is big damage, but Thunder is gonna do big damage in electric terrain to Arcanine. How big is the question? Is it enough? Oh, so much damage and a paralysis, but not quite enough to take it out. He's been living with a sliver in every round. And if Arcanine attacks into Koko here, full paralysis, I'm not going to complain. Para, full para, I am not complaining. Dazzling Gleam is enough to take out Tapu Bulu. I do want to go into Kartana and preserve Tapu Bulu, I think. And I am going to Dazzling Gleam myself to take out both of these Mons. Hopefully take out both of these Mons. I do not want to lose Bulu right now. Not if he's got Gastrodon in the back. Losing Pelipper turn 1, not bringing Mudsdale was a mistake. Arcanine uses Protect, that's fine. He's going to go for another Gleam, I think. Yes, Dazzling Gleam. That will not be enough to knock out my Coco. It will put it in Life Orb range. No, it won't put it in Life Orb range. This is good. This is a good turn. I will take this turn with bells on. I will take this turn with bells on. Okay. Alright. We've got a chance. I have one more hit from Coco, which means I do need to save that for the Celesteela that he has definitely bought in the back. The question is, what is he going to bring in here? He can't bring in Gastro, and I think he's got Gastro Celesteela. He can bring in Gastro. Very questionable bringing in Gastro, because it will die to a Leaf Blade. I think I'm going to protect both Mons here, just to burn a Protect on Gastrodon if he has it. Yeah, I think I protect both Mons here, because I think he's going to want to protect Gastrodon and Flare Blitz into Kartana. He doesn't want to lose Gastrodon here. He withdrew Gastrodon straight into Celesteela. Okay. Alright. That is an interesting play. I could have predicted that, I guess. But he has Flare Blitzed. Definitely Flare Blitzed into Kartana here. And he DC'd on me. He DC'd on me? Really? I'm a little disappointed that my opponent DC'd. I am very disappointed that my opponent DC'd. Yes, that double protect was bad for him. Yes, it did allow me to pick up a win on him. But I would have liked it if he'd finished the freaking battle. I do not like it when opponents DC. Obviously, that double protect was really good for me because his Flare Blitz then doesn't kill my Kartana. I can get a Beast Boost from Sacred Swording into his Arcanine slot, and I can Thunder into the Celesteela slot because if he protects, I don't take the Life Orb damage. So that was pretty much game for me because no matter how he switched around, if he switched Celesteela into Gastrodon to take the Thunder, I don't take Life Orb damage. I can kill it with a Leaf Blade the next turn, and I'm always going to kill that Arcanine there with the Sacred Sword. If he protects Arcanine, it just delays the inevitable. So I did have the win there. He knew I had the win as soon as he saw me protect, and he did decide to DC. Very disappointed in that. Like, that is always very disappointing when an opponent decides to disconnect instead of play the battle to its conclusion. I hope you enjoyed this episode. 2 wins and 1 loss on the episode is not so bad. That loss to Wolfie's team, I will improve. I will practice that matchup, and I will play again. I am going to change my team up every couple of episodes, but next episode will probably be with this team again. If you're enjoying this series, please remember to leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright then guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, you can click up here to see more videos of this type on my channel. If you want to check out something else a little bit different, then you can click down here. And if you want to see everything that I upload, you can click the subscribe button right here.